No, that's not the song. How does the song go? Ba 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 chicka chicka ba 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 chicka chicka ba 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 ba. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy, I don't know what day today is. 128, 2025. That's what my computer's telling me. So I do believe it is Tuesday, just for those that are following along at home. Hopefully, everybody's having a happy Tuesday. I think that I'm kind of am having a happy Tuesday. I haven't quite decided yet. But that being said, welcome to another of my world famous, okay, maybe not quite world famous, maybe national, not even national famous, maybe the most famous person in this room right now, and I am alone. So, welcome to the multidimensional world of Dr. G. Again, my name is Dr. G. Hopefully, everybody's having an amazing day or night, depending on when you're watching this or all that good stuff. So, I kind of wanted to check in with everybody and talk about a couple little things that are kind of like ranting on my mind. Just nothing serious, nothing bad, but I think. Well, let's just start with this. We'll start with this premise because it's real, to me anyway. Hopefully, people can relate to what I'm talking about. So, I know sometimes when I get out of the shower, we have, like in my bathroom, we have different elements of light, and I like to take a shower, not in the dark, but in the kind of semi-dark. And unfortunately, in my house, I have mirrors everywhere in the bathroom. Not to be dirty, not it's just that's the way that's the way the house is in the bathroom. All right, so nothing like that. But when I get out, I'm feeling, like, "Rrr," oh, look at a gun show, rah, rah, stuff like that. But but when I do that, I'm like, oh, okay. So now I need to, I get out of the shower. I'm thinking, okay, I'm in moderate shape. There's some shape to my physical stature. I mean, I'm not the epitome of height here. I'm sitting at a whopping 5'7.5" on a good day, maybe 5'8". Probably not, but 5'6", 7", somewhere around there. That's cool. So that's the one thing, and I don't have this insecurity. I guess when I know what I look like. I'm good with what I look like, and I got no problem with what I look like, and I'm good with that. Now here's where it gets complicated. I got to turn on that second set of lights. So when how can I put it without making myself look like a total cheese ball? All right, so whenever I put on that second set of lights, all of those, that gun show that we talked about earlier, like "Rrr, rrr, rrr," that gets put out of pocket, right? Because now I can see the lights and I can really see what I'm working with, and I ain't working with much. And I'm like, ooh, I'm like, it went, it turns into this. Oh, I don't want that. It's so that's kind of like where I'm at right now. So I look at myself and I go through this every morning. It seems to be this ongoing dilemma. So I want to lose weight. That's kind of like what my thing is. Now I'm surrounded by an abundance of experts on losing weight. I think I've gone through every different type of mechanism to lose weight. I've dieted, I've exercised, I fasted, I did the protein. I've done quite a bit. Even back in the earlier days, I even tried fencermine. Don't do that, don't do that. But I gave up. I stopped giving up. I think at one point I was weighing about 260, about 260 pounds. And what ended up happening was what I didn't realize was I have this incredibly competitive spirit, and I'm not the type of person that's competitive. I mean, I like to play basketball or do little things here and there, play throw darts, stuff like that, right? And I'm not really competitive, but what ended up happening is we had a contest at this place I worked at, and everybody put in $20. It was like around October, and whoever lost the most weight got to keep all the money, and then you get it right before the holidays, which was pretty cool. So I went all in, 260 pounds, right? 260. And whoa, I ended up dropping from 260 to about 193. I think 193 was what I weighed at. And this was, back in 2007 or so. And believe it or not, that's where we're at today. That's how much I weigh to this day. So I went through a couple phases of I went up in weight and then I went back down in weight. And I was trying to figure out, like, dang, man, what could I do? Maybe I'm at 193. Maybe if I get to 183 or 173. So that was kind of like what I was thinking, but I never got there. And all these years later, I'd kind of yo-yo up and down. And finally, I'm at the point where I'm just like, I give up. Let me just embrace the me, because I'm moderately. I don't want to say attractive. That's being kind. I'm moderately good looking. No, moderately. No, I look okay. I don't look like a total bucket of tub, and that's okay. So I've had to come to be okay with what I look like, and I'm good with it now. But who are we kidding? Because we're all full of BS. I know that, that if I started losing weight, it'll fall off. Long story short, so I've been doing this diet right now where I'm just eating cereal at the end of the night. Now, it seems to be working because right now I'm at about 189, and I'm telling you, I've been going through the same. So I'm gonna kind of stick with this, and I'll kind of keep y'all posted as I move on along the line with my stories of how I lose weight. So that being said, moving forward, I kind of want to talk a little bit about what you do when you're bored. Now, if you listen to my last rant that I went on, I my Facebook was hacked and I lost all of everything, right? And I got so dependent and used to being able to log in and see what everyone else is doing, seeing what the news are, see what's going on in my favorite things to do, which to me it's like wrestling. I love wrestling, always have. That's always been my thing. So I'm like seeing all the wrestling websites, seeing what's going on in boxing. I love boxing, UFC, those type of things. And also like professionally, it's also keeping me sharp in terms of different things that I follow in the world of whether it's social work, whether it's education, things that fascinate me with my nerdy side. So I missed Facebook. That was kind of like my thing. So now I'm going on. Oh, let me see how many days. I think I got hacked on Saturday and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days without it. Haven't created a new one. So I'm still trying to figure out what my go-to is in terms of keeping myself entertained. And I have not figured it out. And guess what I did? You're going to love this one. I dusted out. I went through the closet, went through some old stuff, and I pulled out the old school retro Xbox 3. Now, again, when I say old school, maybe that's not old school because I did grow up playing Atari for my old heads out there. The Atari. Miss Pac-Man. I went through that phase. I went through the Mario Brothers. All of that good stuff. But, I played video games. I'm not a gamer. Let me start with that. But the one game I freaking love was NBA Jam. And that's because it looked so real. It was a lot of fun. It doesn't take a lot of brain cells to be able to play that game. So I kind of pulled it up. And because I have all of this wiry mess going on with all my computers and stuff, I had nowhere to plug it in. Because my wife was like, no, you're not putting it on the TV in the living room. Fair. So I ended up plugging it into my little systems here. So you can actually see kind of what it looks like. So I kind of wanted to share with you. And if you don't mind, let me take a quick deep dive into the world of NBA Jam. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh. See, now I had a game that I was about to start playing, but I was like, you know what? Let me wait so y'all can see the action. Let me show you how great I am. So if you take a look, no, we're not going to quit this game. If you don't mind, all right? This NBA Jam. So where were you when this game came out? So do you want to quit this game? Of course I don't. We want to start playing this game. So, oh, do I even know how to play this game? See, that just shows you I have these games. I really don't even know how to play this. Pull this. No, that's not it. No, hold on. Let me think I got this right. Give me a second. Do you want to quit this game? No. No, I want to play NBA Jam. There we go. All right. Oh, I'm going to give you all a little bit of the music so you can hear the music too. Hear that? All right, so for me, remember we're in Houston, Texas, but I am a San Antonio Spurs fan. So for my old school heads, remember Maui Ginobili? He's on. Oh, dude, come on. Come on, Maui. And I got the pass in. Hold on, let's see. Oh, look at this guy. So obviously you know for a fact that Maui and Tim Duncan, for all my people that follow the Spurs, obviously these are old players. My age players. I mean, actually, they're probably a little bit younger. But I used to play this game a lot. I ain't even doing a good job. Hey. Yeah, 3 points, biscuits. Ooh, you see that? I still got it. All right. And I'm going to take the L today. We're going to go ahead and get out of this game. But yeah, so I found my little Xbox thingy where it's got all these cool games from back in the day. So let me show you, man. I mean, this is kind of what I've been doing as of late, since the old world of Facebook seems to be old. I'm not doing it anymore. Here's my wife's favorite game. I know y'all remember this. So there was two types of people growing up when I was a teenager. You either had a Nintendo or you had a Sega. Sega. No Sega? Ah. Well, maybe. Wait, we're back. Boo. Well, we're back. All right, we're totally dropping the ball here. There we go. There we go. Y'all ready? All right, my old heads who played video games, listen up. Here it comes. Sega. Not yet. Sega. Not yet. Sega. I guess that's... Oh, there it is. Start. All right, single player. New game. Let's go. Absolutely nowhere. Womp, womp. Whoop, there we go. All right, remember this? Yeah, buddy. So this is kind of how I've been entertaining myself. Now, if you look behind me, you can see I think I talked a little bit about this as well. I have these walls because behind me is my bedroom where my wife likes to sleep. And I think she can handle the noise. She just can't handle the light. So this kind of gives her a little bit of that blockage, per se. Dude, I'm so not good at this game. Dun, dun, dun. I was a Mario guy. Boing. Oh, hey, I'm still going. Yeah, so a lot of people used to play this game even when you were little. And, you know, as a little kid, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm sitting pushing on almost 50. So I was a little bit more skilled at this because I was older. But, you know, a lot of people that I talk to, you know, they may be a little bit younger than me, but they played this. This was like their first real game when they were a little kid. That would probably be like my people right now that are like 42, 43. You know, so that retro feeling, I'm really glad to see that retro video games are coming back. Boop, 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 boop. All right, my thumbs are starting to hurt. This is the hard part about playing video games at our age, my people. They, your thumbs start to hurt. Kinetically, it's kind of like, all right, so we're done. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and quit game. Yes, I want to quit game. Please wait. No need to wait. We're going to go ahead and head back to... Oh, womp, womp. All right. So that's kind of been my hobby. Kind of wanted to share with everybody what my hobby is now. It's playing old video games, making me feel young again. So enough said. I do also want to point out, although you can't see anything what's going on, it's incredibly wet and rainy outside. And something that I also thought about, you know, going on these little rants of mine that I like to talk about, is that when it's really raining, it's really cool if you like live in that world where you're warm cocoa with some marshmallows and nice rain outside, but not on a Tuesday. All right. Not on a Wednesday, not on a Thursday. That's cool like on a Sunday or a Saturday, and if you have a nice little deck that you can sit outside of. But if you're living like in a, you know, a 1-bedroom apartment in a way in the middle of nowhere where the view is like atrocious, downtown Houston, maybe that's not your vibe, and that's okay. But for me, the one thing I think about, because it's been raining probably for the past 5, 6, 7, or 8 days straight now, and it's incredibly depressing. And for all my people, if you're listening to me out there after the fact, like out on the West Coast, but like the Pacific Coast, like that Oregon, Washington, or even out like towards that New York area, I know a lot of people go through that seasonal depression. And I know I used to actually live in Oregon for a little bit of time, and I didn't realize that thing's actually real. You know, imagine it's 50 degrees all the time, dark and wet, gloomy. Welcome to Portland. That's kind of how it is. Welcome to Seattle. And people do get used to it, but they go through this little sadness, and that is that seasonal depression. It is real. So I started actually thinking about it. Like, man, I'm starting to get a little bummed out. You know, like, you know, am I depressed? And this is where, now here's where it gets interesting, because, you know, I remember there was a comedian who used to say that if it wasn't around when I was little, it doesn't exist. So he would talk about, well, seasonal depression, that's not a thing. That's just you being you're being moody. Okay. No, you're just acting a certain way. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just pretty bummed out. That's all it is. Pretty bummed out. But now that we got an official name to it, it's called seasonal depression. Oh, okay. It's diagnosable? Oh, can I get some free stuff at work? Hey, can I go home early? Hey. An accommodation? You know. But those are some things to chew on. I always think about. But if somebody has it, I believe it or not, now that there's a name for it, I guess technically that makes it real. So here we are. We're going to have to run with it. Or do we? I don't know, something to think about. All right. On that note, I am a little hungry, so I'm gonna go back and enjoy my cereal diet. I'm not sure what's on the menu tonight because the way we do cereals, we buy those little boxes, the little the little boxes where Fruit Loops. I think we have Cocoa Puffs. I'm old man, so I eat the honey nut oats with barley and all that nastiness. Yes, I know. No the fake colors and the good stuff we enjoy when we were a kid. None of that for me. Old man food. I'm okay with that. I'll deal. So until next time, hopefully you have an opportunity to watch this on delay. My goal ultimately is I can get y'all on there. We can kind of BS and shoot the breeze a little bit, you know, kind of get to know each other. I guess that would probably be it. And the only way that happens is when I go live, you log in, you click on that like, subscribe, then we can actually chat and see where that conversation goes. I like to read and say, I didn't even think about that one. I like that, or whatnot. So either way, till the next time, great seeing everybody. Hope to see some messages and saludos to some of those people that go ahead and send me messages on my last video. Much love, mwah, 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 and all that good stuff. Till the next time, have a happy. Peace!